Hey yo, Ben here, and we're going to be playing Telltale Heart, not Telltale Heart, no, Telltale Games, Game of Thrones. I've noticed it was there, and I thought it'd be a fun game to play. Yeah, so, yes, my favorite quote from Season 1, when you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die, and, you know, even when you win, you still die, eventually. And when you die, it's often not very pretty. So we're going to go ahead and begin episode 1 here, and I don't know how I'm going to split this up. I may just do one big episode for each one. I think that's fair. Give you something all to watch and have a little fun, right? And I'm not going to comment too much over it. Just my thinking. I'm going to play each character, like, that part. I'll explain it. But I'm not going to overly commentate. Oh, yay. Game adapts the choices I make. This should be fun. For thousands of years, House Forrester have been bannermen to House Stark. In darkest reaches of the Wolfswood, they harvest rare ironwood trees, and now the North have been ripped apart by war, and rival houses seek to claim Forrester ironwood for themselves, and the fate of House Forrester hangs in the balance.
The trout in the tower, the wolves got the fish and they all ran away. The trout he puffed off and out of the house before the law. Another war and trade. Two weddings, two beddings brought on by beheadings, the night they comes to me. Two weddings, two beddings brought on by beheadings, yet all is happily.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
And we have to clean the wards.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend.
Yeah.
And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
Oops, I meant to say
You don't
be
give
an
swords
ass,
like that
but-
to big farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
Hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught
Let him
Tyrion too.
finish.
Shh. Let him finish.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. Which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Why was his cup on the ground?
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Yeah,
Right,
I ain't
thanks.
gonna be an ass. This
You're
is
welcome.
military. You don't do that.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
So I can check it.
Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Whatever.
To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King in the
Yep.
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
gods have favored us. Onward
Yeah.
to Casterly Rock!
Death to the Lannisters!
Iron from ice!
Garrett,
Sorry, I had to pause it for just... Resume.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd
No,
rather
that's
he were
every
here.
night.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
I don't really seek
You
anything.
served me well.
I seek nothing, my lord. Serving a noble house such as yours is reward enough.
Are you far too modest, Garrett?
Whatever you believe is best, my lord.
There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor
Oh,
to see
that's
you
good.
riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid
Let's not
off.
be an ass
Thank
about
you, my
this.
lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my
Of
lord.
course not.
Now go,
Don't
and
be an
find
ass.
Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine!
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
Let's do it.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
Well,
I
that's an
outrank you.
ass.
You should help me.
That's quit being an ass, dude.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him
Oh,
fetch
come
his
on,
own
man.
wine
Yeah,
for
shit.
once.
I'm the one who has shit.
He's a drunk, a liar,
Yeah,
and an
it could
arrogant
be
prick.
worse, dude.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much
What
worse.
the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming,
Oh, come on.
but not by much.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Seriously.
Pig farmers.
Doesn't.
All I'm saying is, at this rate, we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste
At
of
this
fucking
point, it's
time.
better to be silent.
Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
How much further?
Well, it's right over there.
This is gonna be fun.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
I agree with
Nice
that
night for a
sentiment.
wedding.
However, I don't like the tone of his voice. Or those
Not often he
weapons.
finds a willing
Then
husband
again,
for one
it
of
is
his
military
daughters.
encampment with weapons all around. I don't like that. Why do you need to load a
Don't expect me to carry it for
At a
you, Sir
wedding.
Garrett. What?
Yes,
wrong?
I know what the Red Wedding is.
What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd. You've had too much wine. I am not carrying these by myself. Not a fucking chance.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
Yeah, you're about to
You
kill
go if you're in
everybody.
such a rush.
I'm gonna grab him because... Oh.
But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush?
Run!
We need to get back to camp.
Yeah, if you were telling me to get through. Oh. I hate how I have these arrow keys.
Whoa!
Run, right!
Yeah, that's not a
Garrett,
good idea.
we have to get back.
He can handle himself.
Gift from the king.
I just got my ass saved right there.
Ready, boys?
Oh,
Whoa!
uh,
Shoot that one!
that's good.
What?
Spear. Oh, thank you, random dude. I hate these battles.
Look out!
Crap. Just get your ass. Oh yeah, I think there's gonna be straight. Fuck this. That was more brutal than I expected. Distracted. That's gonna be worse.
Good fucking riddance.
And he's dead.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
Did you see him or not?
I tried to save him, but there was nothing I could do.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Yeah. That's a weapon. I have to be very accurate with this thing. And this is why you don't want to go.
Not afraid, you fucking traitor!
I agree.
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Fuck.
Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walder Frey says time to go.
He's my Boy Scout side. This guy, I'm gonna play him as like my...
Guard this with your life.
I'm gonna do everything.
Return it Iron Wrath
I'm a
where it
soldier,
belongs.
foot soldier.
There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walder
You have to go.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey,
You have
it's
to.
those foresters!
You have to.
It's those
take
foresters! It's those foresters!
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Do this for your house. Go!
And
Kill
of course
those
there's
fucking
loading
foresters! With love, the fray.
And at this point, you just run. Run for your fucking life. And if you're seeing that... Okay, so each character, because I know that you can play as different characters in this. That's about all I know. And what I'm gonna do is each one's gonna be a different side of me. So this Garrett guy, he's gonna be my what you calls it. He's gonna be my soldier side. Well, not soldier side, but he's gonna be like my obedient side of me that's loyal, obedient, pretty much the Boy Scout, like I said. Not gonna disobey orders, not gonna be an ass. Gonna be honest where it applies. Of course, there's some times when I have to be. I gotta play him a lot more open and honest than most. But each character is gonna have a lot of me in them. That's what she said. Or, wait, no. Hey, it's a piggy. Who doesn't love bacon? Let's kill it. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, so I can't kill the pig. Damn it. Blood.
Blood.
No shit, it's blood.
Fresh.
No shit, it's blood. And that would be a dead pig. I don't need to know that. And there's fire. Forester sword.
That's father's car.
Well, shit. It's not good.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least still have his bacon.
Ooh. No. I mean, those are my piggies. Also, fuck the Boltons. They flay people. I shouldn't say
Move
that,
along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
'cause, I make jokes about
I said move on.
patriots,
Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Alright. Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
Ooh, I like.
You really
I
are a
guess the
pig
sword
farmer.
you want range. Okay, I can use WASD for that. That's useful to know. Yes, football charge.
Mercy. Please,
You just killed my father.
I beg of you.
I am
I have a
Inigo
family.
Montoya.
They'll never
You
survive
killed my
without me.
father. Prepare
I have
to
no
die.
quarrel with you. I was only following orders. No, please! Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
I'm sorry. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Father?
Garrett, you survived.
Yes, I did.
Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Okay, more justification for killing the guy.
I tried to stop them.
It's Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones.
I'll kill the men who did this.
That's pretty. Iron Wrath. I like it.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly.
Okay, the doctor's useful. Ooh, that must be the family, because there's the father, and
Two
there's the
Whitehill
son.
soldiers?
And a Bolton.
Now all he needs to do is figure out where the Holy Spirit is.
They killed my family. And for what? My
Bacon.
sister, she was only 8 years old.
Oh yeah,
This
fuck.
never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable.
Oh yeah,
Unacceptable.
there's gonna be some really strong
You
language.
have my
so-
condolences.
yeah.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg.
Oh good, because we all know that
Your justice was swift. Some will call it
For
vengeance. No doubt the
1900s,
Whitehills will
the
claim
first
it was murder.
instinct was
It was your
to
family.
amputate.
I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
I'd do it again if I had the chance.
If we don't respond with strength, they won't stop until they have everything.
So true.
These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Sure. I don't like this. What the? Oh, whoopsies. Minimize the screen. That's kind of funny.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
As I'm here.
By the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first.
Thank you, Doctor.
To see if you can put any weight on that leg.
I'll screw you.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Actually, that is true. And maggots actually do help prevent infection. Let's look at the window first. Oh,
The
I
iron
can't
would
see
glow.
anything. Probably very beautiful. Just from the window, I can tell it is. Screw that, I can't look at the Lord's chair. Well, probably because I can't sit in it. Oh, I would love to sit in the Lord's chair. I actually like the tapestry. It's some good artwork. Artwork within artwork.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
I'm just gonna go
Asher.
from who looks oldest to
Exiled to
youngest,
Essos,
excluding
unfortunately.
women. Okay, that sounds sexist. Let's go ahead.
Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Ryan.
Aww.
Never easy being the fourth-born son.
Shit. Looks like Asher's probably the, Oh, wait.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior
Screw
lose a
you.
leg.
I'm fine, Maestro Tengrin. Look, I'll show you.
I'm gonna snag these because they might be useful later.
This might help.
Maggots.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
I'm probably the only person who would laugh at that.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of
Only
foresters.
50. Well, that's a lot, I suppose.
No, you see there? You're limping again.
I'm fine, really.
Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Can I go now?
Yeah.
I believe your leg will be fine. And
We
it's
already know
Tell,
White Hills.
Lady Forrester.
If they were just
Welcome
there
home,
killing,
Garrett.
we
We're all
have a
relieved to know you
deep-seated
survived.
feud.
Thank you, my lady.
You can
Talia
extrapolate
asked to
a
see you.
lot.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Yeah. Is there like some
I'm
sort
sorry.
of love between them?
Me too.
Probably not, but of course that would never happen to
Off
me.
to bed now. Hurry on.
Daughter. Not in public, at least. Not in.
Garrett
public,
was
at
just
least.
telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He was a hero, my lady.
Let's go with
Bravest
that
man on
one.
the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm
Honestly,
sure Lady
nothing could've
Forrester would
saved
like
him
to know.
except not
I'm sorry, my
opening
lady.
your mouth.
Nothing could be done to save him.
He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
Yeah, and I watched
I
him
know it may be
die.
difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed?
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs.
Oh shit, I avoided
his
the
family.
question.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a
But it did.
response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
Oh boy.
We're the
I
ones
hate
that should be
bastard.
demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They attacked me!
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
We do need
My
to be
uncle's
smart.
right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he
I'm
did.
sorry, that's
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye. You'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to
Yeah.
put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take. Which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would
That's
I
an
go?
honest question.
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing
Yep.
wrong.
Not in the eyes
That's
of
why
the
they showed it
Boltons.
in the intro.
I'm afraid it's the only solution.
I'll go.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Yeah.
That settles it then,
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
it then?
Well, okay. He's gone. Yeah, now I have a
You
message
can have
to
my
tell
horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
But yeah. I've got a secret. Secret. Yeah, I've got a secret to tell you.
Word up to me. I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
Yeah, I'll do this.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
I have to give this one.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
What is the North Grove?
Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help. But I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house.
Okay, and
But
that
don't
right there
breathe a
tells
word
me
of it to
will
anyone at the
be,
wall.
Not very well.
Become a
it
ranger
will
if
be.
you can. It will help.
Become a ranger. Yeah, okay.
Iron from ice.
Iron
Yes.
from ice.
I'm guessing that
Remember,
means strength
you
or
represent
something.
House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Now I'm going away on my horse. Let's get that out of the way. Peace. There was some hair.
Garrett, wait!
Oh, tell me, my love interest.
Be safe.
I will. I will. Okay. Oh shit, it's a long road ahead.
Ethan? Ethan!
So I'm playing as Ethan now, the new lord. This should be fun. He's gonna be my
Couldn't find him. Could you?
swollen with power persona.
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
So yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Young people
It's
tend to be
just a
obsessed
game,
with
Rowan.
power.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I
Young kids
promise
like
you.
him.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
Yeah,
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious.
you don't want to know.
I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
Yeah, and I really
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord
Hey,
should know how
road
to fight.
is worth her weight in gold. Oh,
Do
okay,
you remember
that's
when
not
we
a
were
good
younger?
thing to say. I'm
And
just
we all used to play here?
puking all
You,
over myself
me,
with my
Roderick,
words here.
Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training.
Well, I mean,
he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything.
Psychopathic, maybe.
Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
And I don't
I want to get angry, but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
Ethan the Nice, that's not really a
But
lord.
since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once. Ethan will be a good lord. A proper lord. The lord of a noble house can do a great many things.
It was best
Lord
not to say
Ethan,
anything.
you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Everything else would just piss somebody off.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced
This sounds
and
fun.
certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Fine.
I'm going.
If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to go. I hate doing this. You're going the wrong way.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Well, dead men can't do it on their own power, so... Cowards are too lazy to do it. So both have to be forced to roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. They're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur.
Well, I may
No
want to kill you.
courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Don't ever use that word, kids.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men.
Yeah, I admit it.
And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type.
Shit. Without the pig
Where's
farmers,
the
your
fucking
soldiers
coward
can't
who
eat.
killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady.
Oh yeah, the thing about the bread and
Considering your
salt,
losses
if you
and
give
all.
it yours, you're not allowed to hurt
This
them.
is not over.
Unless you're a fucking
It's over
traitor.
when my son says it is.
It's
This
over.
is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Let's have a little fun. Just... Would you like some fries for your salt, Lord Whitehill?
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the
This is
knee.
gonna be fun. Words
Prepare
don't
a
work with
raven.
Ramsay Snow.
We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
You might be able to ramble him out, but... negotiations don't work with him. Well... When I say negotiations...
Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
No reason to look at box. Yeah, sure.
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Okay.
I hope to see them all someday.
Well, you'll be in heaven when that happens.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf.
I guess
she is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally,
soft side,
especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Except... no, fuck that. This is just going to be a different version of me, more cunning. Fine, I'll open up.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
This is King's Landing. You have to be careful. I'll let him in.
No, it's fine. Come in.
You don't give away any information, ever. Not even people you trust.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Well, yeah, no shit, I avoided it.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
And you only give away stuff that is either widely known...
You work for Lady Marjorie?
Or
I may be wrong.
Gives no
but
assistance.
It seems like you do.
It's widely
It's widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
I've seen you with her before.
Now, this also is a clever way to...
You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
See? That.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know.
Smart.
Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
All you have to do is avoid. Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Oh, that's
Come,
good.
there's something we must discuss.
Somebody else here.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my
The
own.
episodic structure of this game. It's,
What you've suffered
choose
is
your own
beyond
adventure
imagining.
almost.
And your poor family as well.
You're very kind,
Ease
my
her
lady.
into this.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
They were the worlds of the
Cersei
North,
herself
so...
cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself,
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Well, that's the problem. I don't know what the
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
She may want... Actually, I know exactly what she wants. She wants loyalty to her. And that's really it.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
And of course, this type of structure of leadership...
Good luck.
...ain't really around, so... Typically, here in America, we cuss each other out, and people typically know when they've lost. Unfortunately, between lords and ladies, the person who has more power always wins.
You can do this.
Yes, I can.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Tyrion. I like you,
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
Oh,
She only meant... I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Not really, but we'll say...
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies.
Exactly.
I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
Jeez, Tyrion, you're going through that wine.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms.
Damn.
Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Women arguing are always...
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
Oh no shit,
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Oh, just about everything.
You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question.
Well,
go on.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
Sorry.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you.
There's no winning with this conversation,
of
so
course,
I just did
Your
whatever
Grace.
the fuck I pleased. And wanted to have a little bit of fun.
I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Oh, no shit.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can.
So true.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides
As an
such matters.
economist, you always take from people.
The crown needs
who already
boats.
have a deal.
Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady
I've got some
Marjorie might
terms
not
on,
look
so you
favorably on
hear
such an
what they say
alliance,
over me.
and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
Yep.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Well, no shit. Tyrion's one of them. As Cersei and Marjorie. Everyone. Coincidentally, everyone must die as well.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not.
It
must have been horrible.
not pleasant.
But at least it's over
There's
now.
always no winning with Cersei. And she's right.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What?
Okay, he's got one hand and you want to...
And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Well, since I'm a dude, I can't.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Even if I was a girl, that's a hell.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Henry VIII disapproves being queen is a good thing.
Who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
I'm not gonna cover for you.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful.
I will agree.
The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mirror. I'm just glad it's over.
I'll agree.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
No.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Just about everything.
I do
Probably skin
appreciate
them.
your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask for help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Yeah, she's probably gonna tell her anyway,
It's
so...
about my family.
I trust her.
And you're...
Go on. Ask.
Please, Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath to see my brother bend the knee.
Ramsay? Roose Bolton's bastard.
I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown...
That is no small request, especially now. Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
It really is that
I don't know,
dire. It's
Mirror.
Ramsay.
If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at
left her
once.
in is because she was going to get informed anyway. So yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
Seven hells.
There's something about he's being flayed. That's pretty obvious.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice.
I don't really.
But he didn't make it easy. What with all that bloody noise?
Like a drowning cat.
No reason to
I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it? To these foresters.
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
Good ears.
Shh. Listen.
Better than mine.
There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Just don't move and hope he doesn't find you. Because running, he will find you, and they will track you down, and they will kill you. This should be fun.
Bloody hell.
Bloody, that's pretty accurate. And again, I'm the only person laughing.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Obvious. And slowness, frame rate.
But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Okay. I like that.
He was fair and wise and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours.
Oh boy. Responsible.
But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others. The Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Yeah, boy.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
You spoke of judgment, Sir Royland. What judgment is that?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks true. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Then you admit to the crime, in front of all gathered here.
I am only what this house made me. You cannot expect a man to live on loyalty alone.
You'll address him as Lord.
I agree with him.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the war.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall.
Okay, so
Take his
decision
fingers,
time.
thief! If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man.
Not really.
It'll be an injustice,
Not
my
only did you
lord.
admit your crime, but
Please, my lord. My family
so-
depends on me.
this is off the books. We are not showing mercy. Sending him to the wall, that's essentially a death sentence. Because the oath is for life, and it's a death sentence. But at the same time, you're letting him live out his life, so this is the only one that really fits the crime.
I, Ethan of House Forester, Lord of Ironwrath, name you a thief. The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No! Please! No! Please, my lord! Please, my lord! My lord! My lord! My lord, please! Please, no!
And it's better than getting sent to the wall. We're not Jesus here. Now, there's 3 figures to take.
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out.
I will carry out the sentence.
Make him proud. Show him I have some balls.
This is injustice, my lord!
My ass, it's injustice.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
It didn't.
I did what I had to do, and it didn't bother me.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Deserting was the other part of the crime, so maybe I should have sent him to the
Someone you can rely on,
But
no matter the
thievery is worse in this
circumstance. Possessing wisdom and experience.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of
Now,
office.
this is gathering intelligence, which
Tonight
should
is
be
your
fun.
first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Thank you for your counsel, Maester.
It is my duty. Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
It's pretty. I like the symbol. I like the crest of the house. Now,
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
Has anything gone missing?
No, doesn't look that way. Seems Eric was the only one to resort to thievery. But I'm still worried about our stores. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
I trust you to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
see, that was the only thing I was worried about. Is he often
Duncan.
resorts to the
Yes, my lord.
extremes, the extremes.
I have much to
Doesn't
consider. You face a difficult decision.
Ultimate.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my
He
counsel.
often takes the extremes, even though he does think them out.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
I think I have an
Actually,
idea
wanted
just
to
from
ask,
listening to him.
Why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the White Hills. I only hope to give you an advantage.
Honestly, it's clever. I like him
clever
because he's
strategy.
clever, but he always takes
I do
extremes
hope that's
when
a
he
good thing,
thinks
my
things
lord.
out.
Thank you, Duncan. I
like a
appreciate your
thinker.
advice.
I'm
But
at your service, my lord.
At the same time, thinkers are... Well, thinkers...
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
He is...
I have
he
many
doesn't
decisions
think
to
at
make,
all, so
and I wanted
he's
your
loose
advice.
cannon.
I need to
I'm not
name
gonna
a sentinel.
worry about our defense
Ah, you
because
do.
I trust him to do
And
all
it's
that.
good you came to me. I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins or wield the sword in equal measure.
Yeah, no.
I'm the man you need.
Holding the reins ain't
And
gonna
might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your authority and made you look weak to the White Hills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
I haven't made my decision yet. But I appreciate your opinion.
So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
See,
Tonight,
he just went for
at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Duncan was talking a lot, and he wanted. I'm gonna talk to him. He went for the attack. He went to.
Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with you, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here,
Actually,
but I'll be of no help to you
agree,
in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
Yeah, with her.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland
See, that's
is the
the
man
thing.
for the job.
He's bold.
He'd be a fine choice.
Brazen.
And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you,
That's where I'm worried about this
Ethan,
decision
I need to talk to you.
of Ramsay. At this point, it's just better to not offer him bread and salt and kill him. Of course, that would
Mother
get
told me
Bolton's, but
Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
would get
I knew we
the
could rely
Stark
on Mira.
Spearmen.
She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him. How could you be so cruel? I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
I did what I had to, and I stand by it.
You talk like it was the only thing to be done. I know you said you'd get angry sometimes, but I didn't think I'd see it so soon.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility.
Decisions
The
that I make
people want me
because
to
I'm young
lead.
for it,
They
and I
need
don't
me
make
to, but...
mistakes.
What? Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts
Well,
his
not
judgment.
Sir Royland, but
Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
I think
You've
I know
always
who
given
I'm
me
gonna
good
name,
advice.
but
Thank you.
I know who I'm going to promote. Simply because... Simply because...
Now, when I say parry, get that sword out!
I'm a bit, aggressive in my tendencies.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people.
Because when I play
Are you
chess, I'm
prepared to
very
name
much
your
the
sentinel?
attacker. I believe in...
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Yeah. I'm an attacker when I play chess, so that's what I want to do, is I normally want to attack full force. So, with that in mind, in my temperament, I'm going to keep going to make my decision based off of that.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Don't go speeches, let me... Don't make me yell.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
I need him to temper my...
This is reckless.
Aggressiveness.
Lord Ethan has made his choice. I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide.
That's kind of my
You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel.
But
I
it's a
knew this
small
would happen.
council.
He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Let Sir Royland speak. I'd like to hear what he has to say. Sir Royland.
No. You chose your sentinel. He should speak on this.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Knowing your
Gentlemen,
opponent,
please.
But you also have to know yourself, and here we're smarter than Ramsay. But
Thank the
we're
gods
not
Mira has asked
as
Lady Marjorie for her
unpredictable,
help.
so it's her
It's not
strength
too late for the
and
Crown to
weakness.
intervene on our behalf. But we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
As an economist,
You must
that's
be mad.
stupid.
It's
Well,
pure
I'm
folly
studying
to just give
be an
away the only
economist.
currency we have to bargain with.
Exactly. It's stupid.
My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance, and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
I'm sorry, but that is smart.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks
100%.
out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
No.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
You don't be an asshole.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this
Sit your
house.
ass down.
You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
Oh yeah, shit, we have to prepare the house.
My lord, I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
I won't. I won't.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on.
So yeah, it's gonna be just one big episode.
Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you?
Oh boy.
I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
Just better silence.
You're a thinker, Ethan. You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords. I'm trying to do what's best. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Yeah.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring
It's
Asher
just a
back.
better decision. Need the extra hand, and...
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
And... yeah, you need the extra sword, and... who knows what Ramsay's gonna do. And of course now he's Ramsay Bolton, but... it's tempting. I'll leave the key. Seal might be useful.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
You always have
Thank
to
you.
make backups.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her.
I completely understand.
I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
Thank you, Sarah. But I have to do this myself.
If you feel that way. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
How is King Joffrey, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family.
There, of course.
I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Please don't hold it against me. Ramsay Snow is on his way to Ironrath.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
I agree.
Hopefully I've proven I could be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
Yeah, you have to trust him at this point, but not trust him enough to give him anything.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Confidence. You have to be confident.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Well, screw you too.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden
Lord.
of the...
That's enough.
Ramsay likes to kill those who call him the bastard.
Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? The Lord Whitehall told me you were young. This. Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Score 1 for House Forrester, score 0
Look
for
at that.
Lord
Poor
Whitehill.
Forrester.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Leave them be, Lord Ramsay.
Ah, worried about your family. As you should be.
I'm the Lord. I'll have you speak only with me.
First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North.
He's the Warden of the
Words
North.
are wind. Anyone can say.
Yeah, and it's just best to kneel. It really
My
is.
lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him
You
a
gotta
lie,
love economics.
would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little arm.
And here is where
That sort of insolence from one
becomes
of
a
our
jackass.
loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone.
Everyone who is hit.
Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills done?
Yeah, actually.
We are talking about trees.
The White Hills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
And that's where you get it.
The little lord does have a point.
It's economics.
We'll
isn't it?
try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my
half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace.
We'll bar the gates.
Too late for that.
Of course.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan. Don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not,
of course,
frightened, are you?
Oops.
Lord Ramsay,
Ignore that
please.
little pause
And
right
you?
there.
Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
So, open and secret. Oh,
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me You can be my highborn
That's
ward.
not a good
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go.
Not the type
She's
of
quite
hunting
pretty,
you're into.
your sister. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
What have you done?
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee.
son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him!
Fetch the mace so quickly!
Kill you. Of course he has plot protection. Fuck you.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop that! Help me! Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Let me go! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan? My son.
Yeah, he was dead. Anyway. Well, screw him. And yes, this is a multi-episode thing, so yeah. Hehe. I'll let you enjoy the previews.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Okay, so we actually, quite a few people saved him. Yeah, okay, so maybe that wasn't a good idea. Not a lot of people taking his fingers. Not a lot of people are actually doing their job as Lord. That's what I see. Yeah, okay, I think a lot of people are that way. It's more of a split than I would have expected. And those are, of course, the major decisions. Oh, good. I guess that'll come later. Well, anyway. Anyway, till next time. See ya. Bye.